Baby, you don't know what you do to me, between me and you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be super interesting and I'm really going to enjoy today's video. So it's not a beauty related video, a nail related video, a hygiene related video. It is a real estate video. So I recently got my Florida real estate license. It was about like a 2-month process for me to go and be in school and then take my final exam and then take my state board exam to get my Florida real estate license. I'm so proud of myself because I have it now. I've had my real estate license for about a month and a half, and the process was it was a lot of learning, and it was a lot of information that I was just like absorbing at one time. But overall, it was a great experience. It's going to be a great experience. So I'm going to do videos like this on my channel. It's going to be inside the lifestyle part of my channel / real estate part of my channel. Real estate has become something in my life that's been super interesting to me, and that has kind of took a little sneak attack on me. I didn't know that I would love real estate this much. In fact, when I bought my house in Florida, I didn't like the process that I went through. And it was partly because I didn't understand the process. It was not explained to me in the best way. And that's just for me. I probably should have done more research on my end. But that's neither here nor there. I'm in love with the process now. So basically, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my real estate journey. And what it's going to take me to get there. Hopefully you guys are in Florida, and if you are in Florida, you're in Tampa or any of the surrounding areas around Tampa, please contact me because I'm a licensed real estate agent now, and as soon as I commit to a brokerage, I am free reign to show homes, and as of tomorrow I will be committed to a brokerage. So I'm so excited about that. I interviewed like 3 brokerages. I narrowed it down to 3. You can interview as many as you'd like to make your decision. I narrowed mine down to 5, but out of the 5, I knew someone that worked at another brokerage, so that didn't really count for me as an interview. One of the brokerages never contacted me back. 3 that I interviewed, I picked from those. So that is the process that I went through. I did research on each one of the brokerages that I interviewed with, not only the information that they gave me, but I went back and reviewed the information to make my final decision. And yeah, in my next real estate video, I'll be letting you guys know what brokerage I'm with, and hopefully any of you guys can become clientele for me. I'm hoping you do. If you live in the Florida area or you're looking to move to Florida, I'll be more than willing to help you. Like I said, I'm super excited about the process because I have fallen in love with real estate. So let's move on. Me buying this house and my experience with that. So I bought the house and I just kind of sat in it for a little while, probably like a year and a half, 2 years. I didn't really do any improvements. I didn't really do any like minor like things to the house. I just did things to just simply just keep it going. Like, I wasn't doing anything big to keep it up. I wasn't treating it like an investment. I was just treating it like I'm renting this house from someone, and in fact I own the house. But it wasn't until like probably like 2 years of me being here, I'm not even 2, maybe like a year and a half, that year right over the cuff of a year and a half mark, that's when I started to begin to look at my home as an investment. When I hit 2 years, completely looking at the home as an investment. And now that I'm at 3, almost 4 year, totally. Like, I'm there with it. It's like I am knowing that this is an investment. This is one of the biggest investments of my life that I'm doing for myself. I invest in myself quite frequently all the time, but this was one of the biggest decisions that I've ever made in my life, which is purchasing a home. It's one of the biggest decisions that anybody will make in their life. That's why it's very important to, number 1, self-educate, choose a good lender, choose a good real estate agent who is going to tailor to your needs and your likes, your dislikes, and kind of hone into that and get you your perfect home for you. Those are like my top 3 things that I feel like I should have done better for my end. But past me buying my house and this being an investment and me learning so much about this, how did I decide I wanted to get my real estate license? I wanted to get my real estate license because once I began working on my property, and not only working on my property, I'll give you guys a little bit of a background. So my boyfriend is super talented and skilled, and he owns a home as well. So because he owns a home as well, I learned a lot of things from him, and I picked up a lot of things from him. And one of the things that I picked up from him was me thinking about my home as an investment. So in me being around that constantly, and him thinking of his home as an investment, and constantly doing home improvements and things of that nature, and just building himself and building his own wealth and his own investment, like literally investing in the investment to keep it going, to keep it up to date. I learned that I needed to do that as well. So that's what we began to do to my home. So as we're doing this to his home and my home, I started to pick up little things about real estate, and I started to notice that I started to begin to learn a lot, and I actually didn't know a lot about the process that I didn't even know that I knew. It was kind of subconsciously. I wasn't kind of gathering that I knew this. Like if people were asking me questions, I would be able to answer the questions. When he was asking me questions, if I asked him questions, sometimes I'd be like, dang, I know the answer to that already. And vice versa. So as I was going through that, I was like, I like this, but I still wasn't kind of settled on it. I kind of was still like a little uneasy. I wasn't really thinking that I wanted to be a real estate agent, and more I wanted to be a real estate investor. So in that, I was kind of teetering on the fence, and I was more on the side of real estate investor, less on the side of real estate agent. As you all know, I have my full specialist license. I'm a licensed nail tech and esthetician as well in the state of Florida. So during this whole process, I went and got my full specialist license because I love skin, nails, and beauty overall. I like hair too, but I don't do hair. I just like getting my hair done. So, yeah, so I went and got and acquired my full specialist license in the state of Florida. And after I did that, I was excited. I'm sitting in my shop right now. If you guys don't know, it's a little bit of a different scenery than we've had in our previous videos, besides nail tutorials and nail videos and things like that. But I'm sitting in my shop right now. So together, he and I built this beautiful shop, made the expansion onto my house into my shop. So this is where my clientele is hosted and serviced, and this is Daisys Beauty Studios. So after I did that, and I began working in being a nail tech and an esthetician, I still had like a yearning for like homes. Like I loved homes. I was finding myself watching videos on YouTube and just doing research, like a little bit on my own, just like doing research and just looking up little things and asking him things about his home. And sometimes when I was helping in his home and things like that, or just being in his home and just seeing everything kind of just transform, and then being in my home and then beginning to see the things transform in my shop or in my house and all the other things I've done in my house, I just became very intrigued. So, like I said, that's on the part of the spectrum of me saying, oh, I believe that I want to be a real estate investor. So now is where kind of it takes a turn. So now I'm like, I don't not only just want to be a real estate investor, and this is about where I am now. So about like 6 months ago is when I started thinking about becoming a real estate agent. So literally, guys, I had been thinking about it for months, probably about 3 months. It had been on my mind for longer than that, but I had been like in-depth thinking about if I wanted to do this for about 3 months. I woke up one day, looked up a class online. The class was starting that day. I signed up for the class, paid for my entire course that day, went to the school that's local, but you can take it nationwide. I went to the school because it's locally here. Picked up my book, came home, and began class that night. And I did it that way because the way that I like to structure myself, I don't want to rush things, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that was a moment that I just needed to do it. And I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy that I did, because I learned the do's and the don'ts of real estate. And I learned even more in that course why this is something that I want to do. Not only am I a real estate agent now who's going to be affiliated with a brokerage as of tomorrow and a full specialist, I am also going to be a real estate investor. So it's going to be like a slash real estate agent slash real estate investor slash full specialist. So it's a lot of things that I got going on now. So if I'm like kind of missing a little bit, or if my videos aren't on time, please forgive me. I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna do my best to keep you guys on this journey with me, whether it's with nails, lifestyle, real estate, investments, anything, because as much as I know, I want you guys to know too. Now that I have my license, and I'm gonna be joining my brokerage tomorrow, I am super duper excited for the process. I have my book here. This is my book. It's so cute. Where I write down, and I have wrote down everything that I want to do as it pertains to my business, and lifestyle and real estate, and questions I should be asking and things I should be knowing, interview questions that I asked these brokerages when I went to interview them, just different things like that. I wrote it in this book because for me, when I write things down, whether it's in my iPad or this book or anything, when I write it down, it's real to me. So when I'm writing these things down, it's gonna come true because I'm writing it down. So yeah, again, like I said, I know I'm probably just like talking and you guys are following along, but I am so very excited. Like I said, the process for me getting my real estate license in the state of Florida, I took a 2-month course. The reason that it took 2 months for me to acquire my real estate license was because I only went to school 2 days a week. And basically the other part of the week, I was teaching myself or going over what I already had learned in the class. So the class went over the main points, and then in the other days of the week, I had to go over the major points and the minor points again on my own, doing reviews, doing practice tests, and things of that nature. So I decided during that process of those 2 months, I wanted to accelerate myself a little bit. So what I did was, when I was taking my course, I also bought another real estate cram course and did that at the same time. And I did that because I wanted to be absorbing and putting so much knowledge on within myself, in my brain, so that when I sat down to take not only my final exam for the class, because you have to pass that, but when I sat down to take my state exam for the board to be a real estate agent in the state of Florida, I was as ready as I possibly could be. Because again, this is something that I want to do. This is a career path that I want to follow. So I want to invest in myself as much as possible, whether it's with my education first and then moving on to a brokerage. And then once I'm in that brokerage, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing my business planning, so on and so forth, which I'm going to take you guys along with me. But whatever it is, I want it to be investing in myself. So for me, that was an investment in me. So that was about a 2-month span. The week after I passed my final exam, so I ended class, I believe, on a Monday. I took my final exam, if I'm not mistaken, on that Wednesday night. I gave myself a short amount of days because I'm already with the information. And I gave myself that timeline because I had already scheduled my state exam like when I was 2 weeks into the course. I'd already scheduled my state exam for the end of that month, the 30th. The end of that, on Labor Day. I already had scheduled my state exam to take it on Labor Day. So, which I didn't even think about. I just kind of scheduled it because it was a Monday and I just thought it would be easier. So, and end up, it was easier because I didn't have to work that day because I was off work, and, yeah. It it was a good time. I passed on the first try, you guys. So I was super proud of myself because it only took me one try to take not only my final exam for my class, but the state board exam. And that's like, I was proud, you guys, because I was scared. I wasn't scared that I was more nervous. It was more of like, oh my gosh, I really want to pass this. I really want to begin accelerating my career. And I know if I don't, it prolongs me accelerating my career. Because if you don't pass on the first time, you have to wait an additional 30 days. Is 30 days? Oh, no. That's for your class exam. So if you don't pass your class exam, you have to wait 30 days to take it again. Okay? Once you pass that class exam, and if you don't pass it that time, if I'm not mistaken, you have to take the whole course over. And then for your state exam, you can take it as many times as possible, but I believe it's some type of time frame in between that of you taking it. I'm just not really sure about it anymore. And now I'm to the state exam. I was super nervous. I woke up at like 5 o'clock that morning, went over some things, studied some more things, and then at about like 8-ish, I think it was like 8:45, I took the exam. I sat down and I took the exam, and I was done in about an hour and some change, and it told me I passed, and my mouth dropped to the ground. I was so happy. I was so excited because, you guys, like, when you were working, I'm sure you guys all know, when you're working for something and you finally yield results from what you've been working for the past 2 months, and you have been dedicating time to this, not only time in the class for 2 days a week, but outside of the class, and you still have other things going on. And I still was having, I was still having some nail clients. So I don't have nail clients all the time, every day, all day, because I still have a full-time job. But I do have clients that do come in, and I still was having clients. So I was studying, clients. I still have a personal life. I was doing that. So it just felt like a lot at the time. So when I finally got like that I passed, it felt so good. Like, it felt so good. And I know it's going to feel even better as I continue to grow in any of the businesses that I'm going to be venturing upon. So yeah, I passed, and then I told my family. Another thing I didn't do, you guys, and this was a personal thing. The only people that knew that I was in real estate school, like really, really knew from the beginning, were my boyfriend and my mother. I chose to tell those two people. I had to tell my mom because she would be helping me, like, with my kids and when I was in class and things like that. And my boyfriend, because he's like my biggest supporter in everything that I do. You guys, I have like a village around me helping me. It's literally like a team. And none of the things that I do, I could do by myself without them. And I'm grateful. I'm really, really, truly grateful. I hope they're watching the video now so they can hear me saying thank you. Like I said, I'm grateful, and I could never say thank you as many times as I could thank the people who are in my life that constantly push me to be better. Yeah. So, and those are like consist of the 5 main people in my life. So my kids are my main motivation. My mom is super supporting. She's always here to help me with my kids, and I'm very appreciative of it. My boyfriend is like #1 supporter through and through. He supports whatever crazy ideas I have flowing through my head of what I want to do and how I want to do it, and he's boots on the ground, and I love it. My sister, she always pushes me for greatness and strives for me to be greater, whether it's me getting a new job, a better job, whether it's me getting my full specialist license, and supporting me and congratulating me when I acquired my real estate license. And my father, he is always very proud of me and always supporting me and always just like super just motivating and just dad, you know, for me being a young woman and me being free and going through my life with my different business ventures. So that's my little mushy spiel. But yeah, I'm like super grateful for the people around me, because like I said, without them, you guys, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. I wouldn't be able to have the freedom that I have to be able to accomplish the things, including YouTube videos and things like that, because every day it takes a village to help me, not only to assist me, but to help in raising my kids. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I didn't tell anybody. So those were the only 2 people that I told that I was in school until about a month going in. I started branching out and telling more people when I was like a month in, right? And that was like little dabbles. The 2 people that I did not tell until I had passed my exam were my father and my sister. I didn't tell them because I wanted to surprise my dad. My dad also has his real estate license in the state of Florida, and I love him. Like I said, you guys, I had been thinking about this for a while. So I had been talking to my dad about maybe I should get my real estate license. And he had been saying, like, just go do it. Just go do it. I know you would be great at it. I know you'll be great at it. And I just wanted him, I know he's always proud of me, but I wanted to surprise him with something that I accomplished, like, on my own. Like, I did this. And, yeah. So the day I passed my exam, I like FaceTimed him with the computer, and I was like, look at this. So what does this say? And he was like, what does it say? He was like, oh my God, you took your Florida State real estate exam and you passed on the first try. And he was like, you've been in school this whole time? Because you guys, I had went to Miami. During this time, I was like doing a little bit of traveling. So I had went to see my boyfriend. I had went to Miami to see my dad. Like, and I was just living my life as normal, as regular as possible, so I wouldn't have any suspecting eyes on me that I was doing anything other than the norm. Because not only, and I wanted to be focused, you guys. That's another reason why I kind of wanted to keep it to myself, because I didn't want any distractions or anybody to, oh, how far along are you in this and this and this and this and this. No, I need to be focused, and I need to be running towards my goal. So yeah, and my sister, I didn't tell my sister because my sister is like, she's my big sister. So anything I do, these people that I just named in my life, I never want to disappoint them. So when I tell my sister anything, I want to be 100% sure that that's what I'm doing, because I know that she's going to ask me again about it. And if I'm not 100% sure about it, she's going to be like, I thought you said you were doing that. So when I told her, I wanted to be 100% sure that this was the decision that I wanted to make for me, and this was the decision not only that I would be proud of me for doing, but that all of those people that I just named would be proud of me for doing. That's very important to me. Those people are very important to me. So most of the decisions that I make in my life are instrumented not only for me and my kids, but for the people that are making this village of mine. And yeah. So that is like the beginning of this real estate like video segments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess I will name it like a story time. We'll see what I'll name it. But that's the beginning of that. So again, like I said, if you're in Florida, if you're in the surrounding areas around Tampa and you are in need of a real estate agent, or you know anybody in need of a real estate agent, do not hesitate to reach out to me on any of my social media platforms. I will be getting all my social media platforms in order for me becoming a real estate agent. I will have my brokerage on there. I will have it on my link tree. I'm going to have everything in the description boxes. I'm going to be updating things. So my link trees is my Instagram and link tree and everything is always in my description box, but I'm going to be updating these things, and you're going to have all the links available to be able to contact me. If you know anybody that's moving to Florida, if you're moving to Florida and you're in need of real estate, it does not matter. Feel free to contact me. I'm here. I'm here to service you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you with any of your questions and concerns about real estate. That's literally what I will be doing. If you are in need of any press-on nails or nail services, body scrubs or body butters, don't hesitate to click the link down below taking you to my website to purchase any of those items or book any appointments with me. Any appointments if you're going to be in the Tampa area, and buying any products if you're not in the Tampa area and you still want to purchase things from my website. I do have press-on sets available. I am also still customizing press-on sets. I have body scrubs available and I have body butters available. But yeah, you guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I'm looking a hot mess. I'll be better the next time around. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am excited to bring you guys along the journey with me to me becoming the best real estate agent in the Tampa Bay area. And servicing and helping as many people as I possibly can, not only in the beauty industry, but now extending myself into the real estate industry. That's enough babble, enough of everything. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. I will see you guys in the next video. See you later. Bye.